What's up, everyone? It is Wednesday, August 17th. I am in a different location. I'm visiting my family at home this week. I'm in the DC area. Joe is checking out his horse who's racing today. So it's just the cool kids, Austin and I. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. I have a bunch of information to share tonight, so really excited to get started. We'll give another minute for people to come in, but tonight we'll break down the Discord live auction, which will be an Antonio Gates signed platinum custom jersey. Austin picked it out his very own self since he was the only one in the office today. Next, I'm going to be breaking down some of the community growth initiatives that we have rolling out over the next couple of weeks. And then we'll break down a couple of the upcoming 1-for-1 and limited edition auctions that we'll have going on the game use side. Then we'll break down tomorrow's Blitz. And then, of course, here to answer any other questions. For those who are listening to us on YouTube, on Twitch, feel free to drop your questions in the chat. If you're on Discord, obviously feel free to drop your questions in event chat. Those who are on YouTube and Twitch, make sure to check out our Discord where we'll have the live auction going on. Nevertheless, Austin, why don't we start this live auction? So for all our Chargers fans, San Diego or LA, we got this cool Antonio Gates jersey, which admittedly I've never seen this color before, but it came into the office and we were like, that is sick. So I'm glad Austin's been wanting to put this up for a couple of weeks now. So I'm glad he got to slip it in while everyone was out of town. We're on to you, Austin. Awesome. So why don't we get into community growth? Get right into it. So a couple of points, and we're obviously very cognizant, and we've been forthcoming about the fact that it's obviously the middle of summer. And, a lot of people are out in the real world, living their life and not as, on Discord and, maybe even less participating in NFTs. We knew this going into when we launched prior to the start of the summer. And, what we've always kind of geared towards is, the upcoming football season. That's really when our business, at Metabilia and what we do with all of our team partners really picks up. That's when we have more memorabilia in the office. That's when we get tickets from our team partners. That's when there's a ton of stuff going on. So we really have been putting all of our efforts into developing a strategy that helps elevate once everyone's back in. School's back in session, people are back at home, and some things will be cooking. So I wanted to break down some of the initiatives that Austin, myself, and Joe and the rest of the team have been working on. Yardley kicking it off with a $75 bid on the custom jersey. So I know we touched on it last week. What we're going to be doing is spending a lot of time developing relationships with other communities. Obviously, we'll be starting within the Jolly Jokers community of some brand alignment. We're going to be doing something with the Bizarre Stars next week. Austin will be promoting the details for that, but we'll be doing a giveaway of a Giannis signed item, a Giannis Top Shot, and one of their Giannis NFTs. So be on the lookout for that. But we're going to be doing a lot of similar brand partnerships, brand alignment, community alignment, like I said, in order to help drive more users into our Discord server, into the Metabilia platform, so we get more people in the marketplace. So we're really excited about that. And Austin and I have been tasked and have been rolling out execution plans for finding some more different partners of all shapes and sizes. So in the sports space, in the NFT space, and the memorabilia space. So expect a lot to come, and we're really excited about that. And as well, we've really prioritized all of the marketing assets that we get from all of our athletes for post-summer. We didn't want to spend time, valuable resources driving users to a server or to a platform that might be not as populous as it normally would. So expect to see some AMAs with our athletes. We have athletes that'll be promoting the server, periodically promoting the platform. So a consistent drive of users to not only the Discord server, but to the Metabilia platform, DraftKings will be rolling out their heavy marketing assets as it pertains to not just Rainmakers, but a lot of, ourselves and Autograph. So we're really excited for that. Obviously, when DraftKings drops the marketing arm, things happen. So we're excited about that. And we're all gearing up for the Joe Musgrove drop, which will be very exciting. And as well, we've briefly touched on it. A lot of what I do working with the athletes and the agents is try to find unique opportunities to really provide that, ultimate experience when you participate in the athlete member NFT program. So we're working with a lot of cool brands that have existing partnerships with our athletes that we have launched, athletes that we will launch. And I know Austin knows what I'm talking about. We're working on a lot of cool things that, I'm chomping at the bit to get ready to share. So we're really excited about, not only what we have in the pipeline, but all of the doors that it'll open up to help grow the community and get in front of new demographics. That's the biggest thing. We obviously have a lot of sports fans, a lot of gambling fans, a lot of degenerates in here. We're excited to add, more collectors and different demographic types of all sorts, all shapes and sizes into our community to help it grow, and help kind of share what we're doing. So we're really excited. I know it's been a little bit not as much going on. Obviously, Rainmakers and then all the others that I spoke about has kind of led to that. But this was all part of our plan, so we expected this to happen, and we're excited to what's going to come. And you obviously have my word that we're going to be doing a lot to make sure this really pops off. So we're definitely excited for football season. And speaking about football season, we're going to be rolling out a Pick'em League. So we do have some things in the works with DraftKings as it pertains to daily fantasy and, some specific offerings and things like that. It just moves a little bit more slow when it comes to doing stuff with DraftKings like that. We do have a couple of things into the fire that we're waiting on final feedback, such as the burn missions and things like that. We'll obviously keep providing updates. But on the Pick'em, we're going to be hosting a Pick'em League. So we'll be doing giving away autographs, EXP, NFTs, you name it. And we'll be having a lot of other communities join us. And we'll be promoting this to all of our physical memorabilia clients and users. So we hope to get a lot of activity on there, but it'll be a lot of fun. So we're really pumped for that for the football season. And a couple of other things that Austin is working on that I'm not sure that we're ready to share yet. But just know we got a lot of things in the works, so we're excited. Nevertheless, Austin, let's get to the 1-for-1s. So not only do we have this Vladimir Guerrero signed or game used bat, we will have 4 game used bats from Ronald Acuna, 3 game used bats from Vlad, 1 pair of game used batting gloves from Vlad, all 1-for-1 auctions that'll be rolling out over the next couple of weeks on the DraftKings platform. We're going to have a Joe Musgrove signed baseball limited edition auction that will be rolling out around his drop. We are going to have 3 Josh Allen limited edition signed balls that will be on the DraftKings platform. And then once we drop Jason Dominguez, we're going to have 2 limited edition Jason Dominguez trophy NFTs. So we're really excited for rolling that out. Now that, money's flowing with Rainmakers, football's about to start. This is the big season for DraftKings. So we're going to be rolling out the clip. We got tons of game use stuff. And I believe, we just loaded up on a bunch more game use stuff. So we're about to have a lot of fun. And it seems like the 1-for-1s and the limited edition auctions have been doing pretty well. And we do know that it is in DraftKings roadmap to gate auctions. So, while this isn't a perfect solution in the short term for holders to get that utility value, we are going to be having a lot rolling out. So excited about, the next couple of drops, but as well the future of the gated utility. And for those who were able to participate, we had our gated auctions end yesterday. It was yesterday, right? It was 2 days ago. Yesterday. We had a Vlad game used, Ronald Acuna game used, a Josh Allen football, all ended yesterday, and those were gated to only Metabilia pass and 1-for-1 pass holders. So those were pretty awesome. Right. Did I miss anything, Austin? No, I think I got it. Let's get to the Blitz. This week's Heart of a Champion is celebrating the champions in their respective sports. We have Giannis, we have Bucks, we have some Patrick Mahomes, we have a Super Bowl program, got a bunch of cool things that obviously all feature the championship description or are centered around a championship. Our creative guys really crushed that video, and they did that in a pretty short period of time. So excited for that tomorrow. Again, this will be super, super limited. Just kind of like the last few, obviously different than the mystery box, but we'll keep this really low so that we can get some activity in there. And in these, aside from the Thanasis White House picture, I believe this is the first time we've rolled out any of these items. I'm not sure if you saw that Bucks shirt, but that's a triple signed Bucks championship t-shirt signed by Giannis, Drew Holiday, and Bobby Portis. So that's a cool one. We're pumped about that. All right. Austin, I feel like I've been speaking a lot. I'm used to having Joe or someone else on, but why don't we start getting into some questions? We have one from Gary. Is Metabilia currently looking to sign any NHL talent? There are kids out there like Jack Hughes that are young, have pedigree, and can find themselves being a top player. Yeah, so we've touched on this on a couple of different ones, I believe, when Joe was on. Baseball, basketball, and football are our bread and butter right now. Those where a majority of our contacts are in our existing relationships. We've slowed down on the talent acquisition, just given that we want our focus to be on continuing to drive value to the existing athletes we've launched. While it's fun to look at the shiny new toys, we want to make sure that we're focusing on driving value to these existing users and holders of our current existing athletes. But we do have one hockey client that we signed prior to our DraftKings deal. But unfortunately, that athlete is signed to a Canadian gambling company. So there's things that are being figured out on whether we can launch him on DraftKings. That's a Joe topic, but we actually also spoke with I actually spoke today with a young MLS soccer player today who's actually 18 that we'll be rolling out in the relative future. So excited about him. We're gonna be continuing to develop our baseball, football programs, and then obviously when we'll launch the basketball players in our pipeline. But we're going to focus on getting these right and building something really awesome before we continue to add a bunch of new clients. TASM with the high bid of $76 on that Antonio Gates signed custom jersey. Next question. Any thoughts on doing a Dutch auction for an upcoming Blitz? For those unaware, start at a certain price and gradually decline until someone pulls a trigger. So I'm actually very glad you mentioned that. The Dutch auction, along with a couple of other auction types, are in the immediate pipeline. And by immediate, I mean will be available in the next, I believe it's the next 10 days. There'll be, Austin, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there's 4 or 5 more auction types that will be available that our amazing tech team is integrated for across all of our platforms. So we'll test some of those out in the Blitz. Excited. Yeah, I think the Dutch auctions are really cool. So we'd be really excited to see that. There's one that's kind of like a silent auction. There's another one where it's like, I forget the name of it, but it's basically every bid wins. Every bid higher than the reserve price wins. A couple other cool ones that I'll have the details too. But yeah, we're gonna try some new things out with the on the Blitz as they're kind of our trial for a lot of things that will be rolled out. Will any of the game use 1-for-1 be posted on the Metabilia site for Metabilia pass holders? Yes. So we'll be rolling out the ones I laid out were for DraftKings. We're also working on some for the Metabilia platform as well. Most likely Monday, when everyone's back in the office, we'll roll out the next Metabilia pass, discounted items for every athlete. And as well, again, we have more game use that are in the pipeline. We needed to get these to DraftKings first because they take more time to go through their process and legal and everything. So then we can focus on getting some more items on the Metabilia platform for the 1-for-1 pass holders. So we're going to be continuing to drive value there. It's just the 1 week that everyone except Austin is not in the office. So we'll be making sure to get that out. Austin, were there any more? Oh, T-Man, time to sponsor a bar and a bowling alley. Thankfully, we know someone that we need to make it happen with. Yeah, and as well, so part of what we'll be doing on our efforts of growth, we have a lot of targeted marketing that we'll be rolling out as we continue to grow as a company, as an organization, as we see able to raise more money from doing various auctions and things like that. We'll be able to reinvest the things that we make into helping continuing to drive value. We're going to be rolling out a heavy targeted campaign targeting a lot of different variety of demographics, which we're really excited about. Once that comes to fruition, I'll be the first to share it with you guys because I'll be the one spearheading it. So definitely excited about that. We got a lot of cool things cooking, like I said. Yardley with the high bid at 77. That's a good price for an Antonio Gates, and it's a pretty unique item. Austin, did we have anything else? Austin shared the auctions. Thank you. So obviously right now we have our traditional auctions, which is obviously the highest bidder at the end of the auction wins. We have our Dutch auctions, which Gary pointed out is the offer starts at the high point and moves down progressively, and the first person to bid wins. I know that we had I forget who it was the other day in the Discord server who was doing their own kind of Dutch auction with I think it was a Shane Bieber NFT. The next is the sealed bid auction. Everyone submits one secret bid, and the highest bid is selected as a winner. So it's kind of like a silent auction. We have what's called our volume reserve auction. All bids received above the reserve price get that item. So, if say we have 10 of a specific item, if 10 people bid above the reserve price, they all get that item. Then as well, which some of you may be familiar with our other team platforms, are flash auctions, which is a per round basis auction. So the first round starts at $1. So anyone who would be willing to participate at $1 would put that $1 in, and you only get charged if you win. Then the next round will start, and say the next round will be at $50. So anyone who's willing to pay $50 for that item would put their bid in, and it keeps going on a per round basis till there's one user left, and that one user then pays that final price. So we've had a lot of success and a lot of excitement around the flash auctions on our memorabilia platforms. If you haven't checked those out, those are in our information channel in the Discord server. Got a lot of cool things coming up. Now that football season is really getting in full swing, we have all of our team partners have been promoting. We've seen a ton of growth across the board. I think we had it was like 5,000 users in the last week, which is pretty exciting, especially for preseason. So excited there. TASM with the high bid of $80 for the Antonio Gates. Austin, I don't have in front of me how much time do we have left. Or maybe I can pull it up. Okay, I'm really annoyed that Austin was only putting TASM when the guy's name is the Amazing Seaman Man. That's way cooler than TASM. We'll give another couple minutes while we wait for this to finish up. If anyone has any other questions, feel free to drop them in. And we are... Nope, okay. Austin, was there anything that you felt we should that I missed on these? No? Did we just do such a great job? We'll wrap it up there. We'll keep the suspension for the Discord server. Appreciate everyone for joining us. A little bit of a shorter one now that we don't have Joe and it's just me talking by myself. But appreciate you all for tuning in. Got a lot of exciting things, and I know I sound like a broken record. We're really pumped. We really love this. You know, these last few weeks, it's been vacation time. It's been summer. It's time to get after it. We're excited, and we hope you guys are just as excited as we are. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the fan cave.